We got some Detroit Lions draft rumors, trade rumors, some news to talk about in the NFC North. We already know, so I want to give you my 2 cents on it. Didn't want to make a video yesterday about it. So we're going to go over these draft rumors, give you my thoughts on each one. Just an FYI, a lot of stuff is going to be coming and talked about in the next couple of days before the NFL draft. Why? Because it is that time to do so. That's what the buzz is, rumors are, smoke, all of the lying that's going to be taking place. A lot of information is going to be dropped. But before we get into today's video, if you are a Detroit Lions fan, you're not subscribed to the channel, say, why the hell not? Because I talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors, and we get into pretty much everything in season and off season. Without further ado, let's get this thing going. Let's get the news out of the way first. Obviously, that is Rodgers, also known as Aaron Rodgers, has been traded finally out of Green Bay into New York. He is no longer in the NFC North. Thank God. Tired of this guy. Dude, I'm not just talking about the play on the field or any of that. I'm just talking about his personality, the way he conducts himself. The guy's a diva. He's a Karen. He could be someone else's problem now in the AFC. Stay out of the NFC. Stay out of the NFC North. Tired of seeing you. Tired of facing you twice a week where you cry and get angry that Kirby Joseph gets interceptions on you and get all upset. So I'm happy he is gone. Now it's Jordan Love era. The thing is, we don't really know much about Jordan Love. Is he going to be really good? Is he not going to be good? Is he going to be mediocre? We don't know. We have no idea. So I know a lot of people are real happy that Karen's gone, like myself, but we really don't know what Jordan Love's going to be. We haven't really seen much of him. You know, that's going to be the wild card in the NFC North is Jordan Love. If he lives up and does really well, their team can elevate. If he's terrible, they could be the basement team in the NFC North. We just don't really know about Jordan Love, what he's going to bring. All I know is, Jordan Love, we're going to be introducing you here very soon to a man named Kirby Joseph. He loves picking off Green Bay quarterbacks, and we got C.J. Gardner-Johnson who likes to do that. We got Emmanuel Mosley. We got Sutton. You're going to be feeling a lot of turnovers here in Detroit. So let me know in the comments section, are you happy that Aaron Rodgers is gone? Y for yes and N for no. Pinned comment for this video. Let's go ahead and get into the rumors. A ton of draft rumors, trade rumors going around for the Lions. Two basically in the same type of situation. Is interesting. Yesterday it was, you heard that the Lions were looking to trade down from pick 18. Today, the rumor is the Lions are looking to trade down from pick 6. That is what the buzz is. We've talked about it endlessly on this channel. A lot of people talked it on their channels. A lot of beat writers and everybody has talked about this because there is going to be, or potentially could be, a situation where a prospect you could take at 6 could be there at 10. That's the way that this draft legitimately could fall. That's a situation. We really don't know what's going to happen at the top of the draft right now. We hear that Will Anderson could go too. I think it's BS. I think they're taking a quarterback. It's hard for me to think they wouldn't do that. We just got to see how it plays out. So if it does play out a situation where you can get the same type of player at 10 that you can at 6, then absolutely the Lions are going to make phone calls right now to see what the compensation is to trade. It would be foolhardy for them not to do a situation like that. So of course they're going to go do that. What are players the Lions could get if they're traded from 6 to a 10 or 11 or something like that? Devon Witherspoon, top cornerback in this year's draft, physical guy. A lot of people will take him at 6. Probably be there at 10 or 11. Get a guy who could be damn good for the secondary for years to come. Someone that can wreak havoc, be physical at the line of scrimmage, hit the wide receiver, kind of like Quandre Diggs did for Detroit. Absolute option there if you were to trade from 6 to 10 or 11. 100%. Other players, Bijan Robinson, I know a lot of people don't want to take him that high. He is definitely an option there. Running back, Texas, best running back in this year's draft. I think he's better than Saquon Barkley coming out. Saquon Barkley, high draft pick. He can be an absolute game wrecker, so if the Lions were wanting to get a Saquon Barkley, they can do that. A type of player like Saquon Barkley, they could do that with Bijan Robinson. Peter Skoronski. What if they want to go ahead and, you know what, we're just going to go get Peter Skoronski. We'll play him at guard this year. We'll move away from Decker in 2024, move Panay over there to the left side and Peter to the right side. That's an absolute option for the Lions. To go offensive line, a lot of people would be upset about it. We got to go defense. But remember, if you're doing great evaluation, the same type of players at 6 you would get at 11 or 10, that would be one of those players right there that you can do that. Jaylen Carter, he's fallen a little bit in the draft. There could be a situation where the Lions could get him at 10 or 11 if he was to fall. It is possible. Would the Lions take the chance on drafting him? I don't believe so. I really don't. I don't think they're going to draft Jaylen Carter. I truly don't. But that is a player, a target that could still be there around that area. 100% could be. Chris Gonzalez is another player the Lions could target, outside corner. Big, physical, got smooth hips, good with interceptions. That's an option for the Lions. Do you think the Detroit Lions trade out of pick 6, trade down? Y for yes and N for no. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think they trade down? Another rumor is the Lions could trade up to 3. Now, what I heard the package was 6 and 18 to go up to 3. I think that's bull garbage. No way you're going to give up a first-round pick to move up 3 spots. Maybe a second-round pick this year and a conditional pick next year, or a second-round pick next year, something like that. Yeah, but to give up pick 18 to move up 3 spots, I think would be ludicrous. But it is a big rumor going around. The Lions could trade up to pick 3. Who would the target be? Probably be Will Anderson, in my opinion. I think that's what the target would be. Will Anderson. You pair him out there with Aiden Hutchinson, and you got a wrecking crew of 2 smoking fools on that defensive line. Get a defensive tackle later in the draft, whether it be at 18 or on one of your second-round picks. You really could do damage right there for sure. So that is a rumor flying around. Is trading up to pick 3. Another rumor is the Lions, if he falls to pick 6, CJ Stroud, the Lions could draft him. I don't know if that's a rumor. I think that's just common sense. Let's be honest here. I don't believe at all CJ Stroud falls to 6. I do think he goes between 1 or 2. It's hard for me to believe he will make it past 2. Because he, to me, is, of all the quarterbacks in here, he has the less red flags. He's the perfect height, body build. He's accurate. He's shown he's mobile in Georgia. You'd like to see more mobility from him throughout his time in Ohio. But I think he has less questions than anybody. So if he was to fall 6, I think you would have to consider drafting him. You just go BPA. I've always said this. Again, a lot of people would be upset. You cannot draft a quarterback. Folks, if one just falls to you, you kind of just go with the draft board. So yes, I do think that's possible. If the craziest thing happened and he's to fall, the Lions could look to draft CJ Stroud. I could see Lions fans very angry about that. But you have to understand, premium position, player falling, just go in BPA. Don't overthink picks. I do BPA through pretty much any position. So if there's a best player available and there's a player, even though you may not need it, just draft it. I mean, we've seen it multiple times. teams who do that ends up being very successful. And I'm not saying any position like a long snapper or a kicker or a punter or something like that, but to not draft a player just because you may have that and they have fallen, I think that can hurt your team. And that's the Aaron Donald situation. We had Ndamukong Suh and Nick Fairley. That was the Aaron Donald situation, and it hurts when we think about it. We've done situations like that. Instead of getting DK Metcalf, we got Jelani Tavai. We just gotta go BPA, and if it's a quarterback, it's a quarterback. Now I don't see it being a quarterback. I don't see CJ Stroud going past. It's hard for me to believe that he would fall. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, 1-2, whatever you want to flip it. 1A, 1B. Bryce Young, to me, has the most physical skills. Like, he's the best all-around quarterback, but remember, he's small. And he's not that heavy. So that is a question. It's a legit question mark. So when you look at CJ Stroud, there's no question mark about that. And you got so many quarterback-needy teams. The Tennessee Titans could trade up. You got the Texans. They can just draft it. You got the Indianapolis Colts. It is really difficult for me to see him falling to the Lions at pick 6. I think that's smoke. That's not real. I think it's lies and BS. I think his GM's putting it out there just for hopes and and giggles. I think that's really what it is. So don't get your hopes up if you're a CJ Stroud fan. I give it like a 1% chance. I do. But let me know in the comment section about that, CJ Stroud. We will be live on Thursday for the draft on my channel, on Lions Nation Unite, on multiple platforms. Tomorrow, my final mock draft drops. Get ready for that final mock draft. With that said, folks, adios.